Hello guys, welcome to the tank channel. This is the first video, and today we're going to talk about my favorite tank, of course, the Sherman tank, but a different type of the Sherman tank. So first, welcome to the channel. There I have also a model train channel. Don't forget to check it out. It's called Quinton's Model Trains. So don't forget to check it out. So guys, what we're going to do now is talk about the M4A2 75Ws. So let's check them out. We'll look also at the X-ray. This is a M4A2 early production Sherman tank. You can see when we topple it over down to the side, normally on Sherman tanks you have the rollers here. Now they're right on top. The suspensions. As you can see, this is a fairly bland model. You can see it as well. So you just put the camera a bit more up like that. So as you can see, this is pretty much a small hatch Sherman. What that means, it has small hatches on the front here. So it was quite hard to climb in and out, but it's quite good. And of course, on the early ones, the most early ones, are this 3-part gearbox front, which has a lot of bolts, and is basically in 3 pieces. This gearbox cover. Of course, it comes still with the standard 75mm M3 gun. Actually, a pretty good gun. With the most, if you load one of the best shots in this, like the rounds, then you can pan through 103mm of armor, which is quite nice. I'll move through the back, and to case here as the engine room, which is pretty much we're going to look at the model in greater detail in just a second. So guys, we're back, and as you can see from closer up, this is I'm going to show you the 3-piece gearbox cover here. You can see it's 3 pieces. Of course, you have still the Browning machine guns, the 75mm M3 gun. And then we're going to move to the back, which is very special on the M4A2s. Was they used a diesel, except for a petrol engine or airplane engine. There is a reason for this. Wait. I have to say I like the diesel engine more, but it's just my preference. So it's quite a nice tank. It has I think 2 6-cylinder diesel engines inside. Which have each, I think, 300 kilowatts, 350 kilowatt of power, so that's a lot. They have about 345 horsepower a piece, or no, sorry guys, 345 horsepower together, which is not really a lot these days, but I think it's a big engine, and it ran quite well. You can see it has just the first same suspension as a m4a1, first Sherman that came out. As you can see. And now, except for the m4a1, we have a welded hull, not a cast hull. So this side is welded on, the front this side welded on. They're all like separate pieces, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 separate pieces to make up the hull, at least the top part of the hull. So that's one thing. Now we're gonna go up and check out the mid M4A2 model with already a little bit more turret protection. So guys, here it is, a mid I think in 1943, maybe even the beginning of 1944, M4A2 Sherman with a 75mm gun. It is quite nice. It is Still the same penetration of 103 millimeters, but it has more protection on the front glacis plate here. It has more protection there. So I'm gonna get the tank together. This is just a single piece. This is a full protecting piece here. So that's already the difference, and also that makes more armor there. So it has already more protection on the turret as well, and it gets this little side piece here, which acts as 50. This is 50 millimeters thick. I'll put on, and it was already the turret front was already about 70 millimeters. So you get 130 millimeters of armor. So a Panzer IV cannot pen that piece there. Then of course you get a Browning 50 cal machine gun as well, but now we also have protection plates over the stowage, the ammo stowage. We have applique armor. This adds 25 millimeters of armor to the 50, so there's 75 millimeters of armor on the side here. Then only at these two spots. So, and on the other side it's just one, because there's one ammo rack there. Of course, you still have the same diesel as well. It just the only minor differences are this piece there and that piece there. That adds a lot more protection to the turret, and those pieces on the side of the hull. And also the last difference is the rollers are now not there; they're there. That's also a difference. So, I actually don't know why these crankings, the crankcase is like here, because you don't need it, because it's a diesel motor and it's not a plain engine. So I don't know why, but let's look at the X-ray of the Sherman on my PC here. So we'll see you then. Hey guys, I'm back. As you can see, I play War Thunder. If you want to play War Thunder with me, this is my name, Sherman fan. As you can see, I have an M4, which is basically an m4a2. Then with side skirts, you make custom made. Look at the armor, and as you can see, we have the front glacis. Let me just try. It has 50.8 millimeters armor, and up the front here, it has an effective thickness of 78 millimeters of armor, and with those three glacis plates, there also great glacis plates added to the front as well. There, that adds an extra 25 millimeters armor with a thickness of 29. So we're about, let's say, about 107 millimeters of armor, effective armor here. So that's about 8 millimeters more than a Tiger's effective thickness. As you can see, this has the new protection part, as you can see on the later Sherman as well. This whole piece there, as you can see, that's 50.8 millimeters and 57 millimeters effective armor. With behind there 76 with effective thickness of about 100 millimeters. So 158 millimeters, 157 millimeters is not easy to get through. You can see this adds, oh, I was wrong. This adds a full 88 millimeters. Oh, let me just check it out. 88 millimeters plus that, let's check, plus that's 76, so that's quite a lot. So that's about at least 160 millimeters armor, so quite thick there as well. And the gearbox front is 50.8 millimeters, effective thickness of 69, and at the front it has 50.8 effective thickness of about 51 millimeters. Then the bottom here is 50.8 millimeters, as you can see, and at the effective thickness of a slope angle at 135 millimeters there, so it's quite good. And now we're going to look down the sides, And this is where War Thunder is wrong, because it's 38 millimeters here. It's not 38 millimeters. This is 50 millimeters. Ignore that. Plus the applique armor of 25. That's about 75 millimeters of armor right there. And down this glaze, the top is very weak. Has just about 19.5 millimeters of armor there. Same as, and that has just 12.7 millimeters. And see the top front, which is there, has 19.2. The top turret has 25 millimeters. And you can see there that has 50 as well. The back of the turret has 50.8 millimeters, so all around 50 millimeters on the turret. And if you strike it straight on the side, it's 52 millimeters that you got to go through. So I think that's only possible for maybe possible from about 50 millimeters guns, so it's quite good. Of course, you get the M2 Browning as well on top of that beautiful machine gun, and this little hatch has 50.8 millimeters armor as well, which is fantastic. I'll go to the back, and that has 38.1, and there 38.1, and then there has 25.4, which is 36 millimeters of effective armor. And further on this side, it's exactly the same. It is, the Sherman is a very good tank. Personally, what I do think, the Sherman is a very good tank up to battle rating in War Thunder now 6.0, which is very nice. You can see there's no applique armor there, but I don't know, somehow at least the gunner is protected. At least this can hold up to a 75 millimeter gun, except for the Panther can go through there, and the Sherman Firefly as well, if you may come across that. So guys, that was the armor. Gonna end the video, and we'll see you then in the next game. So guys, what's my verdict on the Sherman? At least the m4a2 Sherman. It's a very good tank. It gets very underrated in also War Thunder as well, sadly. I do think that the Sherman is a better tank than the Panzer IV, so at least the normal Sherman. So guys, put in the comments what you think. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. This was the Tank Channel. Bye.